Hello everyone, welcome to St. Lucia today on Calabash TV with me, Lisa Joseph. We are still in the political realm with the National Development Movement, the NDM, that party being revived by leader Oscar Dovey. Mr. Dovey has indicated that the NDM will be contesting 14 of the 17 constituency seats. He will be contesting the Dennery North seat. Alongside him, the individuals that have already been unveiled by the NDM are Randall Mondesi, Veronica God-Weeks, and Alfred Alcide. We'll be hearing from these three individuals in this edition. First off is Randall Mondesi. He is a musician by profession, as well as a former permanent secretary, former civil servant Veronica God-Weeks. We're hearing from them right now in their own words why they decided to enter elective politics.
There comes a point in time in a man's life when he matures. He sees reasoning, he sees and understands principle, he sees and he understands society, financing, economics, education, and he peels, so to speak. The opportunity was given to me by the NDM to contest the seat based on merit. I think, or I should refute that statement. I know I've been doing a lot of good work in Castries East at a civilian capacity. The opportunity has risen where I can actually do it from a governmental perspective, and I'm willing to take on this challenge. Also based on the fact that the people of Castries East are very familiar with me. I live in Castries East as well. I understand their cries. I understand their problems and their situations. I see and meet them on a daily basis. Their children, their parents, their nieces, their nephews. I'm in tune with the people. And for many years, they've been asking me to represent them because these people entrust in me. When I got involved with the United Workers' Party, I got involved primarily because of Sir John Compton. I believed in his principles. I believed in his core values. I believed in his vision. Unfortunately, after Sir John passed, these values began to diminish. Slowly but surely, I started to see the fabric of our society depleting. In life, when something isn't working for you or for the people around you, it is best to depart. It is foolish for St. Lucian people to go back to the old traditional way or the old traditional philosophies of politics and say, well, my mother was a Flobo, my father was a Flobo, so therefore I should be a Flobo, or they were a Labour, so therefore I should be. People are evolving, and they're changing, and they want change, and they want to move away from the old conceptual way of thinking and become more progressively, they would like to develop progressively. People are more assertive to the world today, and because of this, change is part of their main criteria right now. Mr. Mears was not delivering the correct changes for the constituency, and neither was his government. Yes, the pathways are good, the walls are good, but we have things that we need to address, very serious issues in Castries East that have to be addressed. And if they're not working, I would be a hypocrite to support something that is not working in the absolute interest or benefit of the people of Castries East.
I didn't make that departure to be a politician. I wouldn't even say it was thrust upon me. I think it was a natural progression because I retired, took an early retirement package in the year 2000. That's the time when the SLP was in administration. And I made an attempt to reside overseas. That was my second attempt to live in the US. And it was constantly in my heart that I need to be back home making a contribution. I had the skills, I think, especially from being in the public service for this length of time, and I moved through the ministries, so I have an understanding of how individual ministries operate. I had to study academically the public service, constitutions, and the way of administering in the public service. And I felt it was best to come back home. I didn't come back home with the intention again to run into politics, but after some consideration, I was being asked, after some consideration, I couldn't say no. I had a choice. I could have sat back, complain, criticize, like a lot of my friends maybe and acquaintances, or I could jump in and get into action. And NDM really offers very close to my heart what I also stand for, and that's for equity. We're looking for growth. We want the prosperity of our nation. We want our young people to have opportunities, and I'm not seeing that in the current administration. So it was a logical progression for me. And I said yes to the challenge, and I'm all in for it. I worked with Mr. Dove in the Ministry of Planning, so I know his work ethic. He is concise, precise. He's a no-nonsense person. He gives you to where due belongs. And he has that strong desire, and I would say to do right, to follow procedures and to do right. He has the general public at heart, and if he didn't, we won't be here today. Yes, I am a woman. I'm also a mother, so I understand, I would say, all of the issues that women face today. We have children to feed. You know, there's always this thought, weighing in the balance. Should I get my daughter's glasses this month because she cannot see the board? Or should I pay a bill that is outstanding? You know, women are also left vulnerable in many, many situations when they fall into those circumstances. You know exactly what I mean. I am convinced that as a woman who has been through this kind of situation, a lot of people don't know it, but I was a single mother before I was married. I raised a son by the grace of God on my own, all right? So I understand those issues. So I think I know I have the heart for it. I know I'm going in there with the confidence that I can address these basic issues that affect women, and we can help.
Stay with us. When we come back, we'll be hearing from the third individual unveiled by the NDM. He is attorney at law, Alfred Alcide. Stay with us. We'll be right back.